Well, this is a surprise, isn't it? Well, hello again, everybody. It has been a very long time since the last time I did a vlog. I'm just kind of springing this on you because, if I'm honest with you, I just kind of sprung it on myself. These last 6 months have been the busiest time I've ever had as an adult. I finished up the last vlog. Obviously we were in Greece and the storm came in, so I had to leave. I came back home to the UK and then I was handed 6 months worth of work. So at the end of them 6 months, I had to become an adult, and essentially things progressed in my job, and it just meant that I had to be an adult for a little bit longer, couldn't go away, just had to, you know, put up with it basically. But now all that's done and dusted, I'm ready for a trip. And I bring you to Lille. Okay, couple of things off the bat. I did a couple of test shoots yesterday just to make sure the camera was working, and unfortunately, whilst it's being in my bag, just stored for 6 months, there is a little scratch on this front lens, unfortunately, and I think it is reading a little bit. There's nothing I can do on this trip, but when I get back to the UK, I'll buy some, like, you can get like glass cleaner and scratch fixer and all that sort of stuff, so it should be fine. So off the bat, apologies if, you know, when the camera moves, it gets a little bit funkier, and it should be fixed for the next vlog. So the next thing, what are we doing? Where are we going? Gage, what sort of stupid plans have you got this time around? Not much. So, with me genuinely just being very burnt out from work and tired and just, yeah, run down, I kind of didn't want to really go on a trip where I had to figure things out and worry. I wanted to go on a trip where I could relax. I didn't have to look for park ups and wonder, is it safe, is the area fine, what are the local laws, and I wasn't feeling that type of adventure, if I'm honest with you, this time around. I really just wanted something more relaxing, something where I'm just comfortable, where I can just kind of switch off. And I got thinking. The last time I travelled where I really enjoyed myself was the first time I went away in my van Smokey. And that trip was so special because obviously it was the first time I came to Europe. It was the first time I came to any country on my own as an adult. But there was something just oddly satisfying about it, I guess. It was just relaxing, it was just quiet. The entire trip was just peaceful. You know what I mean? So on the last vlog I did, I was trying to record everything. I was trying to make 1 YouTube video a week, trying to push it to 2 YouTube videos a week. And I really tired myself out because I would start shooting on the Monday. I need to get enough footage by Friday so I could edit on Saturday, put it up on Sunday, rinse and repeat. Now the issue with that is some of the places I'd have on a checklist weren't worth shooting. So suddenly I have to go somewhere else to find something else to shoot, and if I didn't get enough of that, I need to go somewhere else. And then before I know, I was absolutely knackered. I was so tired on that Greece trip. because I was just putting so much pressure on him to shoot and make videos and shooting everything, you know, from driving to this to that. And on this trip, this set of vlogs are going to be different. It's going to be a bit way more relaxed. That's why I've started this vlog in Lille and not in the UK, because I kind of want to shoot stuff that's worth shooting without overkilling it, having to sit through hours of footage and all that sort of stuff. I just want this, you know. So I'm gonna like bulk episodes, I guess. So so today's Saturday. I will probably put this up in 2 or 3 weeks time, and I'll probably have like 3 or 4 videos just sat edited waiting to go. So it's not so much as every time you see a video I'm going to be in that area. Chances are when you're watching this video it was a few weeks ago. It just makes it easier on the editing, makes it easier on me, and I can actually enjoy the vacation. I got thinking, I want to be able to relax, I want to be able to enjoy myself, I don't want to stress, but I also want to be able to vlog. I've missed vlogging, I've missed the editing, I've missed talking to the camera. Even though I am really nervous doing this right now, because I am out of practice. So yesterday I just thought, I was like, what trip can I take you guys on where I'm comfortable and happy? Then I got to thinking about the first trip I ever took. So the first trip I ever took in Europe is a trip I'm going to take you guys on now. I'm going to revisit these places I've already been to, but you've not seen them, because when I first went, I didn't have a camera. Now I do. So it's new to you guys, but it's familiar to me. And I really like that. On this trip, I really like that. So I started off the trip last time in Lille. I didn't intend to. I'd never even heard of what a Lille was, but this is where I ended up. And the reason for that was this. So the first time I came to Europe, my destination was going to be Switzerland. That's where I wanted to go. And I'd got on the ferry and I was like, I'm going to go to Switzerland, it's going to be absolutely fine. Well, it wasn't fine, because I figured out that from Calais to where I wanted to go was about 16 hours away. And I had the biggest panic attack ever on the ferry over. I felt sick, I didn't know what I was doing, I went to a country I'd never been to before. I just wanted to do a U-turn. I just wanted to get to Calais, turn around, come back to the UK. But I didn't. I went on my parking app and I had a little look around and I found a nice little park up in Lille, which is that exact park up where I'm at again now. And when I arrived, I got out the van, in the distance I could hear like fairground music. I was tired, I really just wanted to go to sleep, but it was like 3 PM, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and have a wander, see what that is. And I just followed it with my ears. Honestly, I just walked, and it must have been easily 1.5 miles away. Well, maybe not that far, but do you know what I mean? And I ended up arriving at this fun fair, and it was around Easter time, and everybody was having such a good time and a laugh, and some guys came up, put their arms around me, started jumping around, singing some sort of French song, I guess, and it was a blast. It was really nice weather. I had a walk around, bought a drink, people were in high spirits. It was lovely. It was so nice, it really was. And that was my first taste of Europe. I was so thankful and so lucky that I arrived on that day in this place. that just walking around was just so nice, you know. So I was like, I want to come back here and I want to share it with you guys. Now, the first mistake I've made is I've not checked my batteries. I have 3 batteries and 2 of them are dead, so I've only got 1 left. So I'm going to have to conserve the power for when we get into Lille. So I'll see you guys in a second. So I've just walked through the city centre of Lille, and we will go back, turn around and go back there. I walked through just to get kind of a feel of what the city's like again and how busy it is, but kind of I had to walk through quickly and get to the other side of town because I'm treating myself to a couple of nice cigars, and this shop closes pretty soon, and it's the only shop in the near area that I'm going to be where I can buy a couple of cigars from. So we're going to pop in to here, I believe, and see what their selection of cigars are. Okay, so just got done at the tobacco shop, and I thought it was like a authentic cigar shop. Turns out not so much. It was more just kind of a convenience store, but they had cigars in there. They had a good range of them, but my original plan was to smoke a French cigar in France, try and get my hands on a Swiss cigar or something along them lines for Switzerland, spoiler alert, and then an Italian cigar for Italy, spoiler alert. But he just had like Nicaraguan cigars. He mentioned somewhere else, but because of the language barrier I didn't really understand it. And then he had a couple of Cuban cigars as well. Now the Cuban cigars, I was going to get one, but the one that I wanted was €62 on its own, and I already got 2 other cigars and also a clipper as well. So I decided not to, because that was going to be too much money and I really wanted to, but hey, it is what it is. But I've got myself 3 nice cigars. I'm going to look into like where they're from when I get back to the van, and when I find somewhere nicer to smoke them. I'm probably not going to smoke them tonight just because I'm on a street. I want somewhere, depends if I move on from here, because I was going to sleep here tonight, but I'll see how I feel, see what time we get done at. I've got myself a nice couple of cigars, got myself a pack of matches in the van, and so when I ordered cigars at home, I always get a cutter with them because I always end up losing the cutter, and they're always some like cheap plastic thing and not very good. Well, the one I bought today is like a full metal like cutter, so I'm going to store that in my van and just keep it there so I don't keep losing it. I'll tell you what, since walking around France, I've smelled the smell of more cigars. I don't think anybody in the UK really smokes cigars anymore, but here in France I'm definitely getting a smell of them, unless people are just absolutely huffing down some really strong cigarettes, which could be the case. But no, I'm very happy I got some cigars, and now it gives me an excuse to go to Italy and buy an Italian cigar as well. I don't smoke very often. Last time I had a cigar was on New Year's Eve. But on this trip, I said to myself, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna pick my battles, but I'm gonna treat myself. I'm not gonna eat out every night, but if I find somewhere I really enjoy, then I'll eat out. It's a very wise woman once told me, pick your battles. And that's what I'm doing, Kath. I'm picking my battles. But here we are in France again, and I'm already feeling it. I really am. Well, it's funny because when I got out my van, the way I've been feeling, I just really didn't want to actually do anything. I really didn't want to go anywhere. I just kind of wanted to just dissolve into my mattress. But now I've got here and I've got out the van, I've started moving around, I'm feeling happier. I don't know what it is. I do know what it is, and I'll tell you what it is. it's just seeing people in different countries just go about their lives. It makes me happy. I don't know why. It's just humbling. It's nice. Like walking through the city centre, you're going to hear it, hopefully over the sound of the wind. But just walking around, like when I was in school, I hated France. No, I hated French. You know, you're forced to learn it. I couldn't pick it up. Didn't want to pick it up. And I wanted to do Spanish. I didn't enjoy that either. But now here I am in France, listening to people speaking French. It sounds awesome. You know, it's kind of classy, if I'm honest with you. Like walking through earlier on through the city centre, just everybody having conversations and laughing and being nice, and it's a bit cloudy but the weather's nice. You know, it's just, there's something about it. There's something just about it that's incredible. I'm going to take you back to the city centre now. We're going to have a little wander. And I'll film some stuff and actually show you guys what it looks like. It's busy, and I got to get my confidence up in front of the camera again, because I mean, just walking around now, everybody's looking because I'm talking to a stick in front of my face. And by the end of that Greece trip, I was absolutely comfortable with it. I was fine, but yeah, I'm a little bit nervous kind of shooting this, because it's, you know, you stand out. Oh, look at that tourist filming. Some people probably go, what an idiot. But trying to teach myself again, who cares? These are for me to watch back in years to come, to show my children this is what your dad was up to, you know, before he became a boring old man. Travelled the world, saw everything he could, made a bloody good go of it. So I'm going to now turn the camera around. I'm going to take you through Lille. So the nice thing about this camera, to be honest with you, is once the screen goes off, it looks like I'm talking to the camera, even though obviously it's just kind of filming everybody else. But it doesn't look as like in your face as if I had like a proper camera with a lens and that's in people's faces. But the architecture in this city is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Usually it would do my head in, but there's something about doing it on a vacation where it's just different. I mean, look at this. So I don't know what they are, but they're very popular because there's a statue of one of them a little bit further into the city. I like that on the buildings as well. You got like Dunkirk and Lille in the middle, St. Quentin there, and all like I'm guessing their badges and stuff, you know. St. Omar, their plaques. That's quite nice. I'm going to switch it to 360 mode for this because it is going to be busy and I'm not going to have time to swap the camera around with everything that's going on. But look at Lille Centre, absolutely stunning. This is what it was like the first time I came. There was just stuff always going on. Like, I don't know, like if this was in Manchester, I wouldn't... My guy's feeling that. If this was in Manchester, I don't know if it had the same effect or it'd be different. I got no idea. I don't think it'd be the same because here everybody's like up for it, where in Manchester everybody just can't laugh at it. Man, this is making me so happy, it really is. This is bringing me back to like the first time I went away. When I first went away, it really lit a fire to go travelling. And that's why I decided to go to Nashville, somewhere really across the other side of the planet. And yeah, obviously they speak English there, so it was easy enough, but it was still a completely different country on my own with this exact backpack. This backpack's been to a lot of places. But then there's something about kind of like coming to like France where I don't speak French. I should probably try more. Well, I say this every single time. I just don't bother. But, hey, my guy. Love this. Fuck, oh, I was going to swear. Absolutely love this. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, no, travelling to places where I can't speak the language. And I find that I actually have a nicer time, to be honest with you, because I just pull faces. I just pull faces, be humble, and people tend to react to it. The strangest things happen. So the guy over there with his dog, I never catch him on video, but they're like living in the moment. I came to get a view of this, which I'll tell you about in a minute. And he's walking over with his dog, and the dog barks at me, and I smiled. And he spoke pure French to the dog, and he basically told it, come here, sit down, don't bark. And he walked it over to me. And he said, bonjour, monsieur. I was like, oh, bonjour. And I was struggling, he caught me off guard. And then he says to the dog, you know, go to him. And he comes to me and I stroke the dog, and he's like, oh, merci, merci. And he's just walking the dog around people, getting it used to it, people, and getting it used to crowded. Build it. I love it. I got to stroke the dog, and he was happy for me to stroke the dog. It's all these little moments, these silly little moments that don't mean anything, but yet mean absolutely everything. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, so there's a little story I was going to tell you all about this place. This is one of the first places I took a selfie when I first came to Europe. And I remember I bought this like really cheap selfie stick, and I couldn't get it to work, but I finally got it to work, and I got a little picture of me in this building up here. And now I'm here with an Insta 360 on my second trip here, and like my 5th trip around Europe. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is what I was telling you about. It's here again. I don't know what it is. There's a plaque on the side which I'm going to translate now, and we'll find out what it actually is, because I got no idea. Okay, so this was an artist, Felipe Catherine, and this is Monsieur Rose. And essentially, this character was created during the lockdown. And basically what he was saying was, during lockdown, he started to see cuteness and niceness in the world again. And even though we were obviously on lockdown, it was a terrible time, he was able to try and, you know, see the brighter side of life, and then try to enjoy life again with everything that was going on. So Monsieur Rose was created, and essentially it's bright pink to stand out, but he wanted it to be cute, and it's to enjoy the nice things and the hidden beauties in everything, and the hidden cuteness in life, I guess, and in people, and, you know, just essentially just being nice. He wanted to make a kind of a symbol of niceness, and Monsieur Rose was born. Alright gang, that was Lille. Now, Lawrence, Emily, if you do watch this video, I'm very sorry I did none of the suggestions you put forward to me. There will be plenty of other times I come to Lille. It is one of my favourite places to stay, and I will come and do the things you told me to do, the museums, eat the food. It's just I kind of got here later than I wanted to. It's now almost 6, and tomorrow, with being a Sunday, most places are kind of closed, and I want to just go to a supermarket now, grab some food, stock up to do me a couple of days, head back to the van. And I said at the beginning of this video that, you know, I was going to give myself like time and space. It would be a couple of weeks before this video goes up. I don't know. That was when I wasn't really feeling it. Well, I'm kind of feeling it right now. I've had such a good time, and the stuff I've shot I'm happy with. I kind of want to get on with the edit tonight. I got to pay for Starlink anyway. Who knows? Who knows? But this is exactly what I needed for the first day in Europe. This is such a beautiful place. It just makes me so happy. I'm going to head to a supermarket, grab a few bits on the way back to the van. My batteries are running low anyway, so if I did any more, I probably wouldn't be able to capture it on this. It'd have to be a mixture of this and also my phone, which I don't really like doing. But yeah, so I'll see you guys when I'm back at the van. Okay gang, so I'm back at the van now. Went to the supermarket, got some stuff for my tea, got some baguettes, got some cheese and ham, and just little bits just to kind of tide me over into tomorrow, and then obviously Monday just go back to shops again. But I've just done a little bit of cleaning up in the van because it was a bit messy due to me travelling. I've just paid the subscription fee for the Starlink, so I'm going to set that up so I've got internet again. Just had a little tidy up and a clean up basically because the sun's still out. Not really fancy doing an awful lot now, but I'd still be outside, still moving around, and yeah, just enjoying the weather whilst it's blue skies basically. But I'm looking forward to having a look into these 3. They're the 3 cigars that I bought, all different sizes. And they've all got different labels and stuff, so I'm gonna have a little look into like where they're from, you know, strengths and stuff, because I just kind of bought the ones I thought looked nice. And I wasn't going to smoke one tonight, but I think I might do, because just over there is a really nice river, and just as it starts to go sunset, I think I might take my little fold out chair, and I bought a can of pop, a can of coke, and I think I might go and sit down there and light one up, because at that point there won't be any runners and stuff, so I won't really be in the way. That's what I'm thinking, and I'll watch the sunset, smoking a nice cigar with a nice cold can, and hopefully my Starlink will reach, so I can call home, do a couple of videos to a few people, and just you know, just enjoy the weather whilst it's here and enjoy being here. Because last time I was here, I went for the mooch, came back, and I remember making it was meatballs and rice, and then when it started going a little bit dark, I just locked myself in the van because I was frightened, and I'm not frightened no more. This is a really nice area, really nice people. I'm going to sit out and enjoy it tonight. It's a Saturday night. I'm not going to go out and get drunk or anything like that, but I'm going to sit, buy some water and have a relax. So with that gang, I will love you and leave you on this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Where we're going next, we'll figure it out tomorrow.